Listen closely. Can you hear it? The murmur of a city older than memory. The rhythm of a life settled, established, predictable. And then, a silence, followed by a whisper that would reshape destiny. A voice, not of man, but of God. Our story begins in Ur of the Chaldees, a magnificent metropolis nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. A city of towering ziggurats reaching for the heavens, bustling markets overflowing with exotic goods, and a culture steeped in prosperity and polytheism. Here lived a man named Abram, a respected figure, part of a prominent family. He had a home, an inheritance, and a comfortable existence. His world was defined by the familiar, the tangible, the gods of his ancestors. He knew the sun would rise, the river would flow, and life would continue as it always had. There was security, belonging, and the quiet expectation of an ordinary future. But God had other plans. Then one day, in the stillness of his thoughts, a voice pierced the veil of his ordinary life. Not a voice from the marketplace, or the family elder, or the priests of the moon god Nana. This was different, powerful, unmistakable. It echoed not just in his ears, but in the very core of his being. Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. Imagine the shock, the sheer audacity of the command. Leave everything? His homeland, his family, the very foundations of his identity, and for what? To the land I will show you. Not a specific destination, but a vague, undefined promise. It was an instruction demanding absolute, unwavering trust in the unseen. No map, no itinerary, just the word of a God he barely knew, commanding him into the profound unknown. Abram must have grappled with it. Bewilderment surely warred with a strange, burgeoning sense of awe. How could he abandon his family, his heritage, his entire world for a voice and a destination unspoken? Was it a dream, a delusion? Yet, there was an undeniable authority in the command, a truth that resonated deeper than any earthly logic. He wasn't given reasons, only a directive. He wasn't promised comfort, only a journey. And in that moment of profound uncertainty, something shifted within him. A seed of faith, perhaps dormant until now, began to stir. He was being called not just to a new land, but to a new way of living, a life defined by trust. And then he chose. Against all reason, against every fiber of worldly common sense, Abram made the most momentous decision of his life. He gathered his wife, Sarai, his nephew, Lot, and all their possessions. He packed up his tents, his livestock, his servants, everything that represented his earthly wealth, and set his face towards an unseen horizon. The dusty roads stretched endlessly before them, each step a testament to his radical obedience. He walked away from comfort, from security, from the familiar deities of Ur, towards a singular promise from the one true God. It wasn't an easy departure, it was a dramatic severing, a leap of faith into the vast, unpredictable expanse of God's plan. He didn't know what lay ahead, but he knew who had called him. Abram's journey began not with a grand destination, but with a simple, profound act of obedience to a mysterious call. He literally stepped into the unknown, trusting that the one who called him would guide him. This is the essence of faith, not knowing every step, but knowing the one who holds the path. It takes immense courage to leave behind what is certain for what is promised. And for Abram, this initial monumental step was just the beginning. It was the moment he became Abraham, the father of faith. What does it mean for us to answer such a call? To step out of our own Ur and trust in a God who promises a future we cannot yet see. Ponder that as we prepare for the next leg of Abraham's incredible journey. Don't miss Episode 2, First Steps, A Land Unseen, as Abraham truly begins his nomadic life in the Promised Land. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to follow Abraham's epic story of faith. See you next time.